How's your memory? Forgetting where you leave everyday things like your keys and glasses? How about forgetting appointments or the names of acquaintances? Do you ever walk into a room and wonder why you went there in the first place? How about getting easily distracted or not quite being able to grab that information that's right on the tip of your tongue? Some people say memory loss is an inevitable part of aging and you should just accept it. Well, now you don't have to chalk up memory loss to getting older. Now there's a remarkable formula that was developed with a world-class neurologist to help improve memory loss, lack of focus, and concentration. It's called Brain Fizz. That's right, Brain Fizz. And the great thing about Brain Fizz effervescent tablets is that they can help you get rid of fuzzy thinking. Here to explain this breakthrough in brain health and memory improvement is Dr. Michael Bellaria, a noted physician, expert on brain function, and author of numerous articles in the New England Journal of Medicine. Welcome, Dr. Bellaria.
Thank you, Tracy. It's my pleasure to be here today.
So, Dr. Bellaria, what causes memory loss? Is it just a normal result of aging?
Well, normal aging is part of the reason for memory loss and decline in cognitive function, but it's not the whole story.
Oh, really?
There are a number of other factors involved.
Such as?
From a physiological perspective, the brain region that deals with the formation and retrieval of memories, the hippocampus, often deteriorates with age.
I see.
The hormones and the proteins that protect and repair brain cells also decline with age. Mm-hmm. Some older people experience decreased blood flow to the brain. That can impair memory. As we age, we also become less efficient absorbing brain-enhancing nutrients.
Well, so doctor, those are the physical reasons. Are there any outside causes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Prescription medications, painkillers, relaxants, antidepressants, anxiety drugs can seriously affect memory. And we all know that use of alcohol and tobacco can impair brain function.
Sure.
Even depression and lack of sleep negatively affects your memory.
I see.
Unfortunately, all too often, the conditions are common among the age group who is at most risk of memory loss and decline of cognitive function.
So if anyone watching right now is suffering from memory loss or cognitive decline, what do you want them to know?
Well, first of all, you don't have to shrug your shoulders and resign yourself to memory decline.
Okay.
You know what is really terrible about the decline of memory and cognitive function?
What's that?
I think it's the loss of quality of life.
That I can imagine.
I mean, just think of the embarrassment and uncomfortable feelings you get if you're talking to a friend and you have an important point to make and...
I know. I say it slipped my mind.
Exactly. Memory loss isn't just an inconvenient physical decline. It can be absolutely scary and terrifying for anyone dealing with it.
I can understand that. But you have an answer.
I have relief from the anxiety and fears, worries about memory decline. It's a breakthrough formula called Brain Fizz.
And there has to be a reason why they call it Fizz.
Well, the reason it's called Brain Fizz is because it's an all-natural, clinically tested formula that uses effervescent technology as its delivery system.
Wait, effervescent, you mean bubbles?
Yes, exactly. Pills are not only difficult to swallow, they also take a long time to be absorbed into the system.
I see.
Brain Fizz effervescent tablets dissolve quickly in water, and that means easier digestion and better nutrient absorption.
You said nutrients? What does that mean?
Well, Tracy, all-natural Brain Fizz formula contains a proprietary blend of nutrients that have been shown to have a positive effect on memory and cognitive function.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to duplicate the Brain Fizz formula just by purchasing off-the-shelf products in your health food store. Brain Fizz effervescent tablets were developed with a world-class neurologist, and its formula is very specific.
That's very interesting. What does Brain Fizz do, doctor?
Well, in a double-blind clinical study, the Brain Fizz formula was shown to have gently and naturally improved memory. It would sharpen your mental focus, enhance your concentration, and really help your attention span, and you wouldn't believe this, even boost energy.
No kidding. So someone can improve their memory, sharpen their mental focus, enhance their concentration and attention span, even boost their energy with Brain Fizz?
Absolutely. And all without the worries of prescription medications because Brain Fizz is all natural.
That's great.
Well, plus the effervescent technology used in Brain Fizz means that tablets dissolve quickly and go to work immediately.
Now the makers of Brain Fizz have a very special offer to make to everyone watching this program. But before we tell you all about it, we'd like you to hear from some people just like you who have seen their lives improve and their minds sparkle.
Brain Fizz has helped with my energy level, it's helped with motivation, it's helped with my focus, my concentration. It's had such wonderful benefits.
I did not think Brain Fizz was going to enhance my life, that it was going to give me back what I had lost. So I was pleasantly surprised. I was more than pleasantly surprised. I was really shocked. I was taken aback at how quickly my memory started to improve.
Before Brain Fizz, I thought that memory loss was just something I had to live with as, as a byproduct of getting older. But since Brain Fizz, I've found that it has helped me stay focused and remember what I need to do on a regular basis.
I gotta say, Brain Fizz helped me a great deal remember things and sharpen my memory, and that in turn made me feel younger and more positive. And nothing can beat that.
It tastes very good. It goes down nicely, and when you take it every day, it actually makes you feel good even as you're drinking it. It goes into my body quickly, and I think I feel it almost instantly as it's going through my body as opposed to having a pill.
Oh, since taking Brain Fizz, I really believe that I'm not forgetting names as much as I used to.
After I read the literature about Brain Fizz, I realized it was all natural. And I'm definitely for taking anything that is all natural.
Now you can improve your memory with Brain Fizz. Sharpen mental focus, enhance concentration and attention span, even boost energy. Brain Fizz is made from 7 all-natural nutrients, dissolves quickly, goes down easier than hard-to-swallow pills, and thanks to unique effervescent technology, goes to work immediately. Citrus-flavored Brain Fizz even tastes great and is a pleasure to drink. Brain Fizz is all natural, clinically tested, U.S. patented, and produced under the strictest FDA good manufacturing practices. In a double-blind clinical study, the Brain Fizz formula improved memory, mental focus, concentration, attention span, and even boosted energy. If you or someone you love or care for needs memory improvement and help, call this number now for money-back guaranteed Brain Fizz. By calling now, you'll also get a free copy of the Brain Fizz Super Memory CD to help you sharpen your ability to remember facts and everyday details. As a bonus for calling now, you'll also receive powerful ways to sharpen your memory, containing effective techniques on how to maintain your brain in tip-top condition, how to overcome forgetfulness, and how to easily memorize and retain numbers, facts, data, and other information for immediate retrieval anytime you desire. Best of all, many of the methods are simple, practical, and fun to learn.
Now, just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to accept memory loss or decline of cognitive function. Now there's Brain Fizz with unique effervescent technology. Brain Fizz is proven relief or brain fuzz.
Call this number now and find out how you can get a free 1-month supply of Brain Fizz. You'll also receive a free copy of the Brain Fizz Super Memory CD and the book Powerful Ways to Sharpen Your Memory. Money-back guaranteed Brain Fizz is not available in stores, so supplies are very limited. And the only way you can get your free supply is by calling the number on your screen now or visiting us online.
Welcome back to our program. Today we're talking about a breakthrough formula that has been developed to address memory loss, lack of focus, and decline in concentration. Here to talk about this amazing formula is Dr. Michael Valaria, a noted specialist in brain health.
Thank you for having me here.
Dr. Valaria, what sort of memory problems is Brain Fizz designed to address?
Here are some of the most common symptoms of memory loss and cognitive decline. You start to forget everyday items more often. Things like where you put your keys, your pocketbook, or your eyeglasses.
I see.
Or maybe you're forgetting important events that you used to remember with ease. Things like birthdays, anniversaries, doctor's appointments.
Okay.
Or perhaps you're thinking hard about something and suddenly your train of thought runs right off the rails.
And that happens to me a lot. And Brain Fizz effervescent tablets can help with these problems?
Absolutely. The more you take Brain Fizz, the more your symptoms will decline.
Are there any other problems people should be aware of, doctor?
Well, how about feeling overwhelmed when it comes to making decisions? Or having trouble finding your way around familiar environments? Or suddenly you find yourself becoming more impulsive or showing poor judgment?
And Brain Fizz can help?
In a double-blind clinical study, the Brain Fizz formula was shown to improve memory, sharpen focus and concentration, enhance attention span, and as I mentioned before, even increase energy.
Wow. You know, Dr. Bellaria, there have been a lot of memory improvement products in recent years, so what makes Brain Fizz different?
Here's how. Unlike hard-to-swallow pills, the Brain Fizz formula is contained in specially designed effervescent tablets.
Okay.
When dissolved in water, Brain Fizz effervescent technology is activated. Once you drink Brain Fizz, it begins to be immediately absorbed into your system.
Wow.
Remember, Brain Fizz is a formula made up of all natural nutrients. As we grow older, it's harder and harder for our body and brain to absorb the nutrients we desperately need to maintain brain health and sharp memory. Thanks to the effervescent technology of Brain Fizz, absorption is improved and even digestion becomes easier compared to taking hard-to-swallow pills.
Wow. So what does Brain Fizz contain?
Brain Fizz is a proprietary formula of all natural nutrients that have been shown to help the brain's functions.
That's great. Such as?
Well, Brain Fizz contains fuel for the brain, a neutralizer of free radicals specific to age-related mental clarity and memory capacity, an antioxidant that optimizes brain health, a memory and concentration enhancer, and an improver of cognitive function in aging adults.
And you can get Brain Fizz without a prescription?
I'm a doctor, and I write plenty of prescriptions when necessary. But I recommend non-prescription Brain Fizz because it's all natural, clinically tested in a double-blind study, produced under FDA good manufacturing practices, and has even been granted a U.S. patent.
Wow. Now the makers of Brain Fizz have a money-saving opportunity for everyone watching this program. Stay tuned and find out how you can improve your memory and thinking and save money at the same time. In the meantime, let's hear from some people who have sparkling minds thanks to Brain Fizz.
And I like the fact that it fizzes. And apparently that also works better than just taking a pill. But I like the sensation too, and I think it tastes good.
And one of the things I do in our family are the finances. And I definitely noticed, you know, I'm sitting at the computer, I'm working on the email, the thing's binging and bonging, and I'm balancing my checkbook at the same time. And I honestly felt that I was able to keep better focused on all those individual tasks that I was doing.
When you had that clarity, I always had a fog. I was afraid to make decisions. I didn't trust my cognitive abilities. I would depend on other people. I'd say, well, I'm sure you know better. But now, after taking the Brain Fizz, I feel that my ideas are just as good as yours, and I can think as well as you, and, you know, so let's go with my idea instead.
On my job, everyone seems to be amazed at how I can stay focused with 3 or 4 simultaneous endeavors that I'm doing, you know, at one time and stay focused on it. And I said, well, I'm taking Brain Fizz, and that's helped me do that.
It makes me feel younger, obviously, because the other seems to be a mark of age, that you can't remember stuff, and this made me feel younger.
I remember my social engagements. I remember my appointments. I no longer miss appointments because I've forgotten them.
I think Brain Fizz is the way to go.
Now you can improve your memory with Brain Fizz. Sharpen mental focus, enhance concentration and attention span, even boost energy. Brain Fizz is made from 7 all-natural nutrients, dissolves quickly, goes down easier than hard-to-swallow pills, and thanks to unique effervescent technology, goes to work immediately. Citrus-flavored Brain Fizz even tastes great and is a pleasure to drink. Brain Fizz is all natural, clinically tested, U.S. patented, and produced under the strictest FDA good manufacturing practices. In a double-blind clinical study, the Brain Fizz formula improved memory, mental focus, concentration, attention span, and even boosted energy. If you or someone you love or care for needs memory improvement and help, call this number now for money-back guaranteed Brain Fizz. By calling now, you'll also get a free copy of the Brain Fizz Super Memory CD to help you sharpen your ability to remember facts and everyday details. As a bonus for calling now, you'll also receive powerful ways to sharpen your memory, containing effective techniques on how to maintain your brain in tip-top condition, how to overcome forgetfulness, and how to easily memorize and retain numbers, facts, data, and other information for immediate retrieval anytime you desire. Best of all, many of the methods are simple, practical, and fun to learn.
Now, just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to accept memory loss or decline of cognitive function. Now there's Brain Fizz with unique effervescent technology. Brain Fizz is proven relief for brain fuzz.
Call this number now and find out how you can get a free 1-month supply of Brain Fizz. You'll also receive a free copy of the Brain Fizz Super Memory CD and the book Powerful Ways to Sharpen Your Memory. Money-back guaranteed Brain Fizz is not available in stores, so supplies are very limited. And the only way you can get your free supply is by calling the number on your screen now or visiting us online.
Welcome back. We're here with Dr. Michael Valaria, a noted specialist on brain function, and we're talking about a breakthrough in memory improvement and cognitive function called Brain Fizz. Dr. Valaria, you said that the Brain Fizz formula was clinically tested in a double-blind study. Could you tell us about the results?
To show the effectiveness of the Brain Fizz formula, a double-blind clinical study was conducted.
Okay.
The first study consisted of the key ingredients of Brain Fizz being given to a test group and then recording the positive effects it had on their memory and other aspects of their mental function.
Okay.
In the second study, which was published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, the group was composed of subjects who were already experiencing memory loss. Half of this group was given the Brain Fizz ingredients, while the second half were given a placebo.
So what happened, Doctor?
Measurements were made of both groups' ability to remember and think using standard psychological tests. The memory loss of the Brain Fizz group stabilized, while the mental function of the placebo group continued to decline.
Wow.
Wow is right. Now, the people living with the difficulties and anxiety of memory loss have a solution to their problem.
Brain Fizz, of course.
Memory loss is normal as we age, but it's not necessarily irreversible thanks to Brain Fizz. And just think about all the other factors. Medications, both prescription and over-the-counter, can interfere with or cause loss of memory. Antidepressants, antihistamines, anti-anxiety medications, muscle relaxants, tranquilizers, sleeping pills, even pain medications used after surgery.
I didn't know that.
Then there's alcohol, tobacco, and drug use. All of them can cause brain change for the worse. Here's an important one: sleep. Getting too little sleep or waking frequently during the night can lead to fatigue, and that interferes with your ability to consolidate and retrieve information. Then there's depression and stress, both of which can cause memory loss and lack of focus.
I bet.
And there's nutritional deficiency.
Really?
Deficiencies in vitamin B1 and B12 can affect your memory.
And Brain Fizz can help?
Taking Brain Fizz effervescent tablets regularly is the best way I know to help improve your memory,
Really?
increase your cognitive function, and even boost your energy. Remember, all natural and clinically tested Brain Fizz dissolves quickly and goes to work immediately thanks to its unique effervescent technology.
If anyone watching has memory loss, or you know someone who has memory loss, I urge you to keep watching. This is your opportunity to try amazing new Brain Fizz, and through a special offer that is only being made available to you right here and right now. But first, let's hear from some folks whose minds are sparkling thanks to Brain Fizz.
I really did envision myself getting worse and worse and worse. And I saw myself in the future becoming more debilitated mentally. And then, knowing what the consequences of that would be, how it would turn me into the kind of person I didn't want to become, and that I was already becoming. And the fact that Brain Fizz is available and that it's natural and it's healthy and it restores my brain cells and my memory is magnificent.
Before Brain Fizz, sometimes I may forget to pay a bill. You know, if I haven't written it down and reviewed it, I'll forget. But since Brain Fizz, I remember everything that I need to do.
I would be about to do something and leave one room to go to another to do it. And unlike before, when I got to the other room, I remembered what I was going to do. Now that has to have something to do with the fact that I took Brain Fizz every night, because I didn't have that before.
Brain Fizz is a product that actually makes you feel good about using it, and you feel good when you're out with people. So yes, I think it's good for me, and it's going to be good for my memory for years to come.
What I know about the effervescence is that it's absorbed in the body more quickly than a tablet or a capsule.
I think you can do something about memory loss by taking Brain Fizz.
Now you can improve your memory with Brain Fizz. Sharpen mental focus, enhance concentration and attention span, even boost energy. Brain Fizz is made from 7 all-natural nutrients, dissolves quickly, goes down easier than hard-to-swallow pills, and thanks to unique effervescent technology, goes to work immediately. Citrus-flavored Brain Fizz even tastes great and is a pleasure to drink. Brain Fizz is all natural, clinically tested, U.S. patented, and produced under the strictest FDA good manufacturing practices. In a double-blind clinical study, the Brain Fizz formula improved memory, mental focus, concentration, attention span, and even boosted energy. If you or someone you love or care for needs memory improvement and help, call this number now for money-back guaranteed Brain Fizz. By calling now, you'll also get a free copy of the Brain Fizz Super Memory CD to help you sharpen your ability to remember facts and everyday details. As a bonus for calling now, you'll also receive powerful ways to sharpen your memory, containing effective techniques on how to maintain your brain in tip-top condition, how to overcome forgetfulness, and how to easily memorize and retain numbers, facts, data, and other information for immediate retrieval anytime you desire. Best of all, many of the methods are simple, practical, and fun to learn.
Now, just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to accept memory loss or decline of cognitive function. Now there's Brain Fizz with unique effervescent technology. Brain Fizz is proven relief for brain fuzz.
Call this number now and find out how you can get a free 1-month supply of Brain Fizz. You'll also receive a free copy of the Brain Fizz Super Memory CD and the book Powerful Ways to Sharpen Your Memory. Money-back guaranteed Brain Fizz is not available in stores, so supplies are very limited. And the only way you can get your free supply is by calling the number on your screen now or visiting us online.
Dr. Valaria, we're almost at the close of our show. I'd like to give you the opportunity to talk directly to everyone watching. Why do you recommend Brain Fizz effervescent tablets?
Well, first of all, Tracy, thank you for the opportunity to share this very important message with your viewers. Memory loss is a national health problem. As baby boomers age, the percentage of our population who will have memory and cognitive disorders is increasing every day. And with that increase comes more money spent on expensive prescription drugs and costly medical care. The all-natural, non-prescription, and clinically tested formula in Brain Fizz could be just what is needed right here and right now. Brain Fizz was developed with a world-class neurologist. His goal was to create a proprietary formula that could address memory loss as well as lack of focus and concentration. And he succeeded brilliantly. If you or someone you love is forgetting everyday items or events, losing your train of thought, feeling overwhelmed by decision making, having trouble finding your way around familiar environments, is becoming impulsive or showing poor judgment, then Brain Fizz is the answer. The double-blind clinical study shows that the Brain Fizz formula works to improve memory and cognitive function. And just think what that would mean for your quality of life. Now you can replace the phrase, "It just slipped my mind," with "My memory and thinking are as sharp as a tack," and you can owe it all to an all-natural Brain Fizz.
Dr. Valaria, on behalf of everyone watching, I want to thank you for being with us today and for sharing with us the exciting news about Brain Fizz. I'm sure anyone who is concerned about memory loss or cognitive function will be calling the number on the screen right now so they can try Brain Fizz for themselves.
I hope they call. Brain Fizz really works.
Brain Fizz gets rid of brain fuzz.
That sums it up.
Thanks for being here today, and be sure to call the number on your screen now to take advantage of a special offer from the makers of Brain Fizz.
I think that Brain Fizz is very rejuvenating.
Brain Fizz, just, I'm telling you, it's a terrific product. It really does help with focus. It certainly does.
I love the bubbly effervescence of it. There was something about that quality that perked me up. You know, it would be like a mood enhancer.
Brain Fizz is definitely a boost to my brain.
Brain Fizz not being a prescription drug and being natural makes me feel at ease. I can take that and not feel bad about it.
Thanks to Brain Fizz, I don't think I'm going to be losing my glasses again.
Now you can improve your memory with Brain Fizz. Sharpen mental focus, enhance concentration and attention span, even boost energy. Brain Fizz is made from 7 all-natural nutrients, dissolves quickly, goes down easier than hard-to-swallow pills, and thanks to unique effervescent technology, goes to work immediately. Citrus-flavored Brain Fizz even tastes great and is a pleasure to drink. Brain Fizz is all-natural, clinically tested, U.S. patented, and produced under the strictest FDA good manufacturing practices. In a double-blind clinical study, the Brain Fizz formula improved memory, mental focus, concentration, attention span, and even boosted energy. If you or someone you love or care for needs memory improvement and help, call this number now for money-back guaranteed Brain Fizz. By calling now, you'll also get a free copy of the Brain Fizz Super Memory CD to help you sharpen your ability to remember facts and everyday details. As a bonus for calling now, you'll also receive powerful ways to sharpen your memory, containing effective techniques on how to maintain your brain in tip-top condition, how to overcome forgetfulness, and how to easily memorize and retain numbers, facts, data, and other information for immediate retrieval anytime you desire. Best of all, many of the methods are simple, practical, and fun to learn.
Now, just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to accept memory loss or decline of cognitive function. Now there's Brain Fizz with unique effervescent technology. Brain Fizz is proven relief for brain fuzz.
Call this number now and find out how you can get a free 1-month supply of Brain Fizz. You'll also receive a free copy of the Brain Fizz Super Memory CD and the book Powerful Ways to Sharpen Your Memory. Money-back guaranteed Brain Fizz is not available in stores, so supplies are very limited. And the only way you can get your free supply is by calling the number on your screen now or visiting us online.